All right. Good morning, Facebook. I wanted to make an announcement to everybody. I hope this is also streaming in my group because apparently, for a little while, StreamYard wasn't letting me do that. But I do have a group, and that group is designed specifically for those people who lead others. So if you are a supervisor, a manager, a director, a CEO, a small business owner, so on and so forth, I have a group for that, and I'm making it a support group, and I want you to be a part of it. This is my announcement for the day. So I also normally do a morning motivation video on Friday because it's the last day of the week. This is what my message is going to be for the day. Go out there and support somebody. Support somebody. But anyway, so I'm creating a movement, and it's to make sure that people who lead others have support. I have an education platform. I just want to add that layer and create a Facebook group to provide constant support. Those people would have access to me in the group. They would have access to each other in the group. They would have access to me in chat. I mean, all of the things. And so the important thing here is I'm growing it, and I need people to be a part of it. And if you think you would be a great support structure for that audience, managers, supervisors, directors, VPs, small business owners, CEOs, then please join the group. If I didn't put the link in you know what? I was making it. I don't think I ever pasted it in there, but in this post for this video, there should be a link to go into that group. And it's the supervisors, managers, and directors support group and CEOs. And I want to grow it. So share it with everybody. I'm going to be growing it. I'm going to be reaching out to a bunch of people to try to bring them in here. But it's a social responsibility to provide support for this audience that just needs the voice of others and the experience of others. So I'm done with that. I'll put a plug on that in a minute, but I want to say thank you all on all the platforms that you're on for being a member of my community, whether it's on LinkedIn, or not just community, but network, whether it's on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm even on TikTok. No matter where you're seeing me, if you watch me and you enjoy what I'm doing, thank you. I mean, you don't have to stick around. That's on you. Me showing up, that's on me. And I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm doing that for all of y'all because my mission is very, very important. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I believe in community and esprit de corps. And esprit de corps is everybody coming together for a common purpose. And my common purpose is to support the workforce. Not only the workforce, but just mental health in general. But I'm targeting the workforce because it seems like that's where a lot of the problems, if they're not beginning, they're definitely ending up there. And then they end up in the workplace, and then they come back to the home, and it affects the family. Let's do this together. All right. If you're seeing this is a call to action. Send the invite to everyone you know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab the link for my group, and I'm going to put it in here. The social responsibility part of things is to make sure that we are taking care of each other. I just did a project with my daughter. What a wonderful child she is. She just did a project on gun violence prevention. And the wonderful thing about, well, it's not wonderful. There's a lot of violence, but there was a good thing that came out of that. I noticed that a lot of people that end up in prison had a weapon on them when they committed violent crimes, and they didn't even use it. But the people that did, they suffered from a lot of mental issues. And when I say mental issues, it's not really an issue. I suffer from PTSD myself. But, the mental issues that I'm talking about are depression, anxiety, paranoia. I mean, The list goes on and on and on. And if you feel like this stems from, in my opinion, it can stem from work. People stop going to work if they feel like they need to isolate. And when they feel the need to isolate at work, it's usually because that supervisor, that manager, that director, that CEO, that small business owner is not giving the attention to the people. They're only giving the attention to the work that needs to be done. So when I say that this call to action is a social responsibility to become a part of this group and have a conversation around all these topics, I mean it. I really do. Because if we don't address these leadership issues in the workplace, then they're never going to get solved. It's almost like that piece of clothing that your kids leave on the floor and then they walk over it and over it and over it and they never pick it up. Is that piece of clothing ever going to get picked up unless somebody does it? Absolutely not. So let's treat this lack of knowledge in the workforce about how to actually address people and lead people. And we need to train these people on all the leadership principles that it takes to do this. If you do that, it will, as a second order or a third order effect, it will treat some of these mental health issues, this isolation, this wanting to commit suicide, opioid addiction, alcoholism, all of the things. You know, I'm putting the link for the Facebook group that I'm making to kind of bring people together. I just put it below this video. But when you come together and you talk about these things as a collective, as a group, it makes the stigma of it being a bad thing to talk about much less. We need to discuss these things. They need to be addressed. And we need to arm each other with the tools that it takes to relieve the stress of these problems in the workplace and give these managers and supervisors and small business owners the knowledge that it takes to go out there and take care of their people. If you take care of the people, the tasks will take care of themselves. But that is my message for the day. I wanted to say it on a Friday because on the weekend, nobody's going to care about this stuff. They're going to be out there spending time with the people that we're doing this work for, and that's our families. So I got nothing but love for y'all. It is the weekend. It's Friday. So make sure you are stepping away from your work and spending time with your loved ones. Take care and God bless. Wow. Software does not want to end my stream. But by the way, feel free to leave a comment below if you have questions about the group or anything that I'm doing. Okay.